How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink, and I know things.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers.
And here we go.
Welcome to Not Another Movie Pod. Zach Williamson, Ross Cutsforth, Luke Goosens. Today we're going to discuss Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 3, The Long Night, a.k.a. The Battle of Winterfell.
Yes.
Before we get too deep in the pod, we're going to make an announcement in that this week we're going to do 2 episodes, actually. This one's going to be straight Game of Thrones. Next episode later this week, we're going to do a complete Avengers Endgame talk and go over MCU news and talk about the future with Phase 4 and Spider-Man Far From Home. And lastly, before we start, we want to say thank you to everyone who's rated and left reviews. We're going to read all those at the end. If you're enjoying the pod, please go on iTunes, leave us a rating, potentially leave us a review if you want. All right, boys, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys go first. Give us your review.
Ross, you want to go or? All right, I'll go for it.
Yeah, you do it.
Screw it. Okay, so I mean, I thought it was a good episode overall, but I thought there were some parts with it I didn't like. What I did like was the acting was really good. Arya, I mean, wait, should we go for that big of a spoiler right now? Yeah, just go for it.
You can just talk about it, yeah.
Yeah, get into it.
Yeah, Arya killing the Night King, that was sick. She trained her whole life for it. I thought all the action was good, visual effects was good, acting, cinematography, directing. I thought all that was good.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that bugged me were just a few things with how the plot was going. I didn't think that the Night King was very smart in the end by going into Winterfell. I thought he should have laid back. But, I mean, you can't expect every character to be perfect. But just given on what we saw from him in the past of the show, always being, cold, calculating, always making the perfect choice, always one step ahead of the heroes, basically. And I don't know, I didn't feel like his ending reflected that very well.
Luke?
Wait, Ross, what would you rate it out of 10? Rate it out of 10.
Ooh, okay. So just this episode, rate out of 10.
Yeah. Give it a number.
Probably an 8.1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was higher than that. I thought it was really good, pretty much for all the same points that you had, Ross. I thought, I don't know, it's just the imminent doom all episode. I was on the edge of my seat, just the tidal wave and when the ice dragon broke the Winterfell wall, I was like, Jesus Christ, and they revived the dead again. And that was just another moment where I was just like, this is overpowered. This is bullshit. And then
how do you stop that?
Yeah. And then inside Winterfell, I was just same thing, edge of my seat. I thought it was a really good episode. I honestly, if I rated it out of 10, I'd rate it a 9 because I just was so first watching, I was just edge of my seat the whole time, and I loved it.
Same, dude. Same.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was great.
Can I say one thing on that though?
Yeah,
is the tension was insanely good until probably 50 minutes. Once Jon re-entered Winterfell and he was looking at everyone, that's when kind of the tension lowered for me. But until then, maintaining that tension for that long was amazing.
Yeah. After the Arya scene with Melisandre, you kind of knew something, but then you kind of forgot about it. And then when Jon re-entered, yeah, I agree. You're right. It's Arya's lying in wait somewhere, she's being a pimp.
And then Sam's just rolling over around in white corpses.
Yeah, Jon just looks at him all right, you dead.
I know, he's doing stop, drop, and roll over there.
He's sorry, buddy, you got this one.
Yeah, we can all kind of agree that Sam for sure should have died.
Yeah, I feel that would have made the episode a lot better for me. If they would have killed Sam, and Jon had to look back and choose to go to the Night King instead.
Oh yeah, honestly, that's a good one. Yeah,
that would have been a good twist.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I will agree that I thought Sam should have been a goner. I thought there were so many times in the episode that he was going to go, but I did really enjoy it. I liked the beginning when it was entry and it's showing all the characters getting ready and just how everyone's so scared and it was so eerie. And then, you get in with the Dothraki, getting like their swords get all lit up, and you're literally like, all right, like they might.
Yeah.
It gives you a little hope that you didn't have before that.
Till they
Just
charge in.
just to see him get slaughtered like 10 seconds later when
Oh,
they run
man.
straight into the white giants, I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, literally all the flames go out.
Yeah.
I thought I really liked the pace changing between just out in the battle and then switching to like down in the crypts and then switching to Arya's, just following Arya through the story.
Yeah.
I think that got it so that you're not just watching a war scene. You don't just get numb to it the whole time,
Yeah.
I really like when Arya was in the library. I really liked all that part. I literally thought I was watching a horror movie for
Yeah,
that
I
part
was
of it. It's what it felt like.
I
I
know.
was
I
just
kept
gonna
waiting
say
for
that.
whites to pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it just ends with like a straight action movie again at the very end of that. I got to give my respect to Arya too, like we were talking about with that. I know a couple weeks ago we did our top fives, and she wasn't in mine. And the
I
main
don't think she was
reason
in mine
I don't think
either,
she was
or
in any
Luke's.
of ours.
she was in the audiences, they got it right.
Y'all
Yeah.
know what's
And
up.
the main reason I sided was just that I hadn't seen her really go hard on anyone, and like I take that back. This episode, she went hard. She's
Dude,
a
she proved
legend.
herself.
Yeah, she's right up there with like Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Christopher Nolan.
Oh
For
my
me in
God.
my mind, man, that she was
Heath Ledger.
yeah, 100%.
Heath Ledger.
I really liked that twist with her in the end. It was a very Game of Thrones thing. Everyone thinks it's gonna be Jon, and then it ends up being that.
Yeah.
I do agree with you guys that I do think that I would have liked to see Sam go this one. I mean, I wouldn't say I would like it, but I just thought that was gonna happen. It would have made
Yeah.
it would have upped it a little bit, but I still liked it. I
Yeah.
would easily give it. I'm gonna say like an 8.8. How about that? 8.8.
good.
I
Pretty
was on the
solid.
edge of my
Yeah.
seat the whole time. Like I
Yeah.
was even rewatching it. I'm still just like, damn, this was really good.
Yeah, our losses. I was like very surprised at the end of the movie. I was like, "Damn, our losses are really light. Like we got out of here kind of unscathed in like
Yeah,
main
there's some.
character
Yeah.
department."
Yeah. What was your guys' favorite, like just way they went out, favorite death of all the characters besides the Night King?
You want to go, Luke?
Sure. Oh well, like favorite death in general, or like
Just
character
how they
the way
went
they
out.
went out.
Yeah, just the way they went out.
Well, definitely Lyanna Mormont then.
Oh, dang, you took mine.
I know. Well, dude, like she's such a pimp. Like you gotta give it to her.
She is.
She's a bad motherfucking bitch.
Yeah, it's a small little girl taking out one of the biggest troops. I thought that
Yeah.
was just a good way for her character to go to.
Yeah,
She
I wish
got
I
hit
had.
twice too. Kept getting back
real.
up.
Yeah,
Dude,
she's a badass.
I did wish like we had seen her in battle more. I thought she was gonna kill a few whites first, but she just got smacked right off the gates.
She did get
She got, a
pimp
little
back
smacked
in.
by that fucking white.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was gonna say that
speaking
was
on
a good
that-
one. Okay, you go first, Ross.
Yeah. Okay. I did wish we got to see the Night King fight a little more. That would have been
Yeah.
sweet. Like see some more of his powers. That would be cool. But I mean, you don't want to just be doing that stuff for no reason.
Yeah, some of his skills.
Yeah, we
So
saw
I guess
one
he
of
was
his.
kind of he was kind of smart by not going into the fight. Actually, that is kind of smart of him, just like laying back, being more the general.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
how I took it too. Was that he was just waiting
Yeah.
for
And he
his
only
army
flew
to do all the
yeah.
work.
And he only flew in like when he like knew pretty much the castle was secured, and like he was ready to kill Bran, and he was the one that had to kill Bran.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that part was dumb. I thought the second part of his like so him baiting John with all the like White Walker generals, that was smart. Him like pulling
Yeah.
in the storm to lower visibility, I thought that was smart too.
Yeah, that was a big show of his powers too.
That's
though.
a big
Yeah.
ability that he showed. We've
Big
never
time.
seen him do anything like that.
Like be able to control it that accurately.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But I just didn't like I don't know why he would go in at all. Like why not just if your goal is death, then why do you have to like make it personal to go yourself and kill Bran?
Well, I just think because Bran has said that this dude's been trying to kill the three-eyed raven for so long, and this is the time when he's so close that is why he let his guard down.
Well, yeah, but
for
why even
centuries?
why even it doesn't have to be you. That's what I'm saying. Like why make it personal? Why not just let your whites that it doesn't pose any threat to you if they die? Just
Yeah.
send them all because I mean
But I feel like the three-eyed raven's like a representation of the children of the forest, and like to him, with the children of the forest, it was kind of personal, wasn't it?
wait, so his main goal isn't death?
Is death
It's vengeance?
like death through vengeance? Because they're the ones that turned him like this, and
I'm just saying, if his main goal is death, then he probably wouldn't like make certain kills personal, because that would hinder his.
Well, he
goal.
like mocks people, so he has to take some of this kind of personally.
Yeah,
He
I agree with that.
mocks the children of the
Well, no.
forest, the Starks. I guess he kind of marks the Targaryens,
Yeah.
like we were saying, that might be the Targaryen symbol.
Yeah, I mean, we can. This is gonna get brought up again for sure in a little
Yeah.
bit, so we can get back in on this.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, let's get into
We
it.
got off beat. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Let's do the news this week first, and then we'll just get into the fan questions. Because I mean, that was all that right there. We're talking about is definitely things people want to hear more about. So for first big news story that came out in the past week, so Brian Cogman, who's an executive producer on the show, and he's written 11 episodes of Game of Thrones, including season 8, episode 2, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So he was writing one of these 5 Game of Thrones pilot spin-offs, but it came out this week that it's not moving forward.
But
The reason was because it was just HBO's decision. They just decided they want to. I think it also has to factor in that he made a big deal last year with Amazon to do a bunch of shows for them. So I think there was those two things. But with good news is that Jane Goldman, her show, and Jane Goldman is the writer of both the Kingsman movies. She wrote X-Men First Class, and she wrote X-Men Days of Future Past. She is
damn,
getting
solid X-Men movies.
yeah, like that's good stuff. And she wrote a show, a pilot with George R. R. Martin, and that one did get picked up. That one has a cast complete. It's starting to shoot this summer. And the plan, according to HBO's Casey Bloys, he says that they will probably not release that for a year after Game of Thrones, but they don't want to wait too long that the hype dies down, that people stop caring, is what he said. So there is a show coming.
Yeah.
Is there like a setting for that? Like, have
Yes.
they any details?
What George R. R. Martin is saying is going to be in the Age of Heroes, which includes the Long Night, and the title that he kept trying to call it was the Long Night, but that's not official. So we're going to see probably some of the same villains. I mean, we're going to see the Night King, is what I assume.
Okay,
that's like 10,000 to 10,000 and 9,000 years
Yeah,
before this.
there's no Seven Kingdoms. There's nothing like it's a completely different setting.
hella magic.
Damn, I just saw Viserion blow a hole through the wall. That was nuts.
You rewatching right now?
Yeah, I'm always
And
rewatching
then,
podcasts.
and then on top of that, there's still three others that are still kind of in development. So there's still good things. We still might get a couple shows out of this. Do you guys think it'd be too much though if there's too many shows? Like I think I'm good with one for now.
Yeah, keep it low. I feel like
Keep it spaced out though.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
One thing also that I would prefer is that they don't just like fill. I mean, they could just fill in the whole world and that'd be fine. But a lot of this stuff is cooler, like if it's a mystery, So maybe if they did like new stories in their own places.
Yeah, so you're saying don't cover the Night King because we've already seen him.
Yeah, maybe keep it best. It's best to keep it a mystery.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd still watch a Long Night series. It'd be really cool to see how they built the wall and all that. 100%. And then the other big news story that came out this week, this actually came out today, is that D&D addressed why there wasn't ice spiders. Basically just stating simply that it was too hard, and they think it's much easier CGI-wise to create a complete new animal like a dragon.
Yeah.
I've been down on some ice spiders, though. I've been teasing it.
That would be sick.
That would be good.
It sounded basically like he was just saying he did it for the budget because
it sounds more practical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine just some ice spiders crawling in the crypts.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Oh, hell no.
Especially the ones in that picture I sent you. Those ones are.
Oh yeah, those art look really good.
Crazy.
I was just gonna say it also makes sense. That's why like we don't see as much a Ghost. People are always complaining about that. It's like they're just trying to like I don't know. They're a film. They have a budget. They got to stick to it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's get into fan cues now. So first one is from @2buck, and he asked. It's actually a combo because someone else asked the same question.
$2.
Why did they send out the Dothraki and essentially waste some of their best warriors? Didn't seem like a very smart battle plan and served no tactical purpose outside of a scouting purpose, or they underestimated how strong the undead army was. And then @Mashul added on, why couldn't they try to kill the whites with dragons instead of exposing Dothrakis at first? Ross?
I think, obviously that's a terrible strategy. but I think the Dothraki are very confident, like people. They're very prideful, and then when they get their like swords lit up and they have their full army right there, they've never seen the army of the dead. They're
Mhm.
probably thinking, "Oh, nothing can stop us. Let's just go wipe these fools out." And like literally their last battle, that's exactly what they did. So they had that mentality still. That's my take on it. But
Okay,
yeah,
Luke.
bad strategy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. That's kind of on John. Like he's seen the undead. He knows that he's like they're gonna ace these Dothraki. Like I
Yeah,
don't like John should have.
warn
It's
them.
on him. He should have used them in a different light. Like he should have used them. We were talking about this in the group chat. Prado was saying that they should have like flanked him or something. That makes
Yeah,
completely more sense. And also having your riders like out front instead of the Unsullied who have the shields and spears. Like they always, those are the people that should be like your front guard. Like that.
yeah.
It's just bad planning out. Like there's holes in this entire battle plan that we can just nitpick the entire time, and then it'd just be us complaining.
Yeah, I have a take on this too. I
Wait,
think
can I say one thing about that flanking too?
yeah, go for it. I have something
Yeah.
on that too.
Okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say they do that move all the time in the show, that pincer formation, and that would have worked so well compared to what they did. I feel like if they would have
Yeah.
hide on the sides and then come in like right as they're moving in on the Unsullied. That
Yeah, for real.
yeah. Well,
Exactly.
okay, go ahead, Zach. My bad. I just had to get that off.
Yeah, so I was just thinking, like we've been told since season 1, how legendary the Dothraki screamers are in open fields. Robert Baratheon
Yeah,
saying it would be a fool to meet them in an open field.
it's an iconic line.
Yeah, we've seen how efficient they were against the Lannisters in season 7. So I think that was also a factor in it. Yeah, they didn't really know what they were going up against for one, and before we never questioned it. I also think just they got the flaming swords. It gave them a little confidence probably.
Yeah,
But I think this just goes to more to show how screwed the North was. The Night King was not fucking around going into this. And I think one other thing with Dothraki is like one of their strengths. Strength with cavalry is just the fear factor, like running again. Going against something with all these people running at you. But the thing is, the Night King and the Whites, they don't have any fear.
That's a
yeah,
good point.
And then also, they're using slashing swords, which is really hard to use against an army when they're so compact, like the Whites are out there, and they can't really
Yeah.
see. So
yeah.
there wasn't,
That's a good point. That's not a very good weapon. I didn't
yeah.
even think about that.
And then I was trying to think about the flanking thing, and I don't know where the army of the dead is so big. It's just how do you even flank them and how you run through, because you're still just running over bodies. You wouldn't really get
Yeah.
that far in. So I wasn't really sure. And like the thing
Is
is,
there
the Night King had enough troops to surround the whole of Winterfell.
is there like forests and stuff on the sides though? Like
Um,
where in the face where they're facing?
I
Isn't there
think they were
forest?
pretty far back, like where the edge where the Whites or the White Walkers were chilling. I think
Yeah.
pretty far back there already. Um,
The only counter argument I could think of to that though was Jorah was leading them, so I don't know why Jorah wouldn't like rein them in, because
yeah,
he was their
just as
commander.
soon as
He
they
could have
started
been
getting
like
slaughtered.
as soon as or no, as soon as they like started getting hyped up, just be like, no, we're not charging. Stay
Mhm.
here. Stick to the plan.
Yeah. And then on top of it, I don't think they knew about the white giants. They ran
No.
straight into those fools.
Yeah, once you
Um,
grind that up, you could see him just get stomped by them.
yeah. So I mean, I didn't really have a problem with it. And I thought it really set the tone for the battle that like, oh shit, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with just that setup was just having the catapults and the trebuchets, out
In
in
the
front of
front.
everyone. It's something that I think you would just put those behind the trench or behind
Yeah.
the
In
Unsullied,
the
and I'd be
castle even.
in the
Yeah.
castle even, and just be launching those the whole time. I didn't understand.
They used it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they use it for the initial run, and then that was it.
They spent so much time making those too. The whole first 2 episodes they were making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just felt like because they knew they were outnumbered, it just felt like a bad decision to have those out in front of everyone. So that was my biggest problem with just that setup.
Maybe
And then
or my bad. You want to
I
go
was
ahead?
just gonna say on touch on the Michelle part. He asked why couldn't they try killing whites with dragons instead of exposing the Dothrakis? And the whole plan is that they know they're not going to beat. They can't overtake the army of the dead. They have to wait for the Night King to step out. So that was what John was saying.
Yeah.
Don't go down there. They're waiting for the Night King to come out and try to go for him. That was the plan.
They did end up getting ambushed too when they went down there. So
Yeah.
I mean, he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
But
right.
also, that land army would have been completely fucked if they didn't go down.
Yeah, they would have got ran over even quicker.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's good for that one. Next question at Non Soschukwa. Did Ghost die low key in that charge with the Dothrakis? Ross?
No. He's still alive. He was in the trailer for next episode, so
Yeah, Ghost
he's
is good.
confirmed.
He must have just bailed out to the left or something, and then we just never
Yeah.
saw him again. But
I
yeah,
don't
he's
know
alive.
what happened on that one.
Yeah, we might never we might never know.
He could have just dipped to the forest. He's like, all right, screw this, I'm out.
Yeah. So he's alive. All right, next question. At QueenWitch151. I want to know what your guys' thoughts of the Sansa and Tyrion in the crypts during the battle. Do you guys think there's attraction and romantic feelings between them?
I don't know, maybe, but
No.
probably not.
Luke, you say no?
Wait, why
No.
not, Luke?
Well, Sansa even said it never would have worked between us. I think they were just like, about to die and they're just getting all sentimental.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of what I took too. Like
Not
initially
romantic.
when I thought they were just holding hands, it's just, you're about to die. You're not really thinking about that. I even thought at one
Yeah.
point they were about to do a suicide pact
Dude, same.
Really?
for like a
No.
split second.
They both pulled
Okay.
out knives and like looked at each other, and then music
No.
like queued up,
Dude,
and it made it seem like they were about to die.
That is not
kill
what I
themselves.
thought.
I was like, "There's no way," but damn, that's for a
Okay,
split,
like,
for probably like 2
The
seconds.
music cue made it really seem like they were gonna do it.
Okay, you know what I thought? You know what I thought was gonna happen? I thought Ned was gonna pop out and Sansa was gonna have to kill her father.
I did, yeah. I was hoping.
I was
Ned
like,
would come out
this
too.
is where Ned pops out. It's gonna happen
You
right
know who
here.
did pop out though was Maester Lewin, right? Is
Yeah,
that
Is that
right?
confirmed? Is that
Dude,
for
it
sure?
looked
Maester
just
Lewin?
like him. I feel like it has to
Yeah.
be.
It did, but
I
there's also
immediate-
a different Maester that served since him, so it could have been that Maester.
That's true. I don't know, dude. Just looked just like him. Like, do they get buried
I
in the
immediately
crypts?
thought it was him.
I didn't
But
know
yeah,
that.
that's also another point that only the Starks get buried in the crypts. So
Okay,
Are
so
you
it couldn't
sure?
have been him.
Well, then why was
Yeah.
that Maester down in the crypts? He had like Maester robes on.
I think
don't
they were
know.
popping. I think one thing is they were also tunneling through the ground down into the crypts. So they were raising from the tombs, and there were also whites from outside coming in.
Okay, maybe I need to rewatch
Were
that part.
there? I don't know.
That's what I saw on the behind the scenes thing afterwards. Anyways, they said they were raising the ones in the crypts, and they were tunneling through, I guess.
They did say that.
Oh yeah, that's what I saw in the behind the scenes.
Yeah, because I definitely saw him coming out of the tombs. But that, I mean, possible for sure. I mean, if they said it, then they said it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. At _, what do you think Bran was looking at that whole time when he went into Raven mode?
Oh man. What do you think,
Yeah.
Zach?
What do I think? Okay. This is like the biggest question that everyone I think has about the episode, or one of the biggest ones. And
Yeah.
my take on it is that I think he was looking at something important, and I think it's something we're going to find out soon. I saw a theory. There's a lot of theories saying that it was to help him find him, but like you were saying to me, Ross, earlier, is that he always knows where Bran is at the whole time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that. So I think it had to have been.
He's
What are you
got
gonna
that
say?
mark.
Yeah, he's marked.
Yeah, that's all.
And I think I hope we'll find out. And it made me think back to just like in season 7 when Bran gives Arya the Valyrian steel dagger. The way D&D told him to act when he was giving it was that he knew it meant something. And Isaac Wright touched on that last year, and he said when he did it, he thought it was because of Littlefinger dying later in the scripts. But I'm starting to think that even then it was because he knows that it's meant to kill the Night King, or he knew it was meant for something in this battle.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I just feel like there has to be some more meaning to it. I'd like to think there's a reason why he was warging and not.
I thought he was gonna. I thought he was just like trying to taunt him, like because he was the Ravens, and then he flew up right next to him.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
did.
he was just trying to be like, "Hey, dude, like, are you gonna come get me?" Like that's what I thought he was. He was kind of like taunting him.
That's actually not a bad theory. I could see that.
I was hoping there'd be at one point he'd swoop down and like help John out when John's fighting a shit ton of whites outside, but
Yeah, just like fly down with the army of murder
Yeah.
crows.
just the birds.
we actually said that same theory.
I know. All right, Ross, what do you have a take on this?
Yeah, I was talking about this with with you before, and it seemed like he was, to me, it seemed like there wasn't a lot of reason to what he was doing. I need to rewatch it more. I just really hope it doesn't get glossed over, and I hope that Bran's character in general doesn't just become irrelevant after this. I hope he's still like integral to the plot. I don't know. I hope it gets explained. I hope it doesn't get glossed over because
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure.
sure. I don't know what he was doing.
Okay. Next question. I forgot to write down the handle for this person, but the question was, oh, it was Z Gondry still, same guy. So his question was, how do you think the Night King survived the dragon's fire?
He's just that icy.
Don't you have the answer for that, Zach?
I was gonna see what you guys said first, because you guys, I thought you guys had a better one than me.
What you think, Luke?
Well, remember when he stepped through the fire? I forget what episode that was.
Oh, in the
Stepped
the
over
dragon
it
Beyond
and
the Wall.
or yeah, Beyond the Wall, not Dragon and
Yeah,
Wolf.
he stepped into it, and then the fire went out. I just figured that was, I don't know.
Yeah,
That he has some, yeah, and so there's a
just part
couple
of
of
his
theories.
powers, I guess.
I feel like there was
Yeah.
a difference between that and like full force dragon breath going on you, though. So I didn't come to the conclusion
wild.
from that because I thought maybe it was a little different, like being on the ground and him walking through it compared to it like being sprayed directly on him. But yeah, I think he just can't be affected by fire in general because of his ice.
Hey, this is where more people are like, the Night King was Targ.
Yeah,
No,
for real. That's not it. I have one theory, and I think I don't know if it's that great of a theory, but I was thinking maybe because we did see how strong he is with being able to control storm. Maybe he was able to form some sort of like ice bubble around himself as it's happening.
like some Frozone shit.
Yeah, some frozen around him. But yeah, it seems ridiculous.
What? No, that's
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah, so
I
I mean,
mean,
I don't.
When you watch it, you do see a little like white blur. Like there could be like just a little concentration of cold in there.
Yeah, so I mean, there isn't like a definitive answer on this. It just doesn't affect him, and before this, it wasn't ever even like confirmed that it could even hurt him. No one had ever done it
Yeah.
yet. And then D&D said, the only way, like what you guys were saying, right, that the only way to beat him was either with Dragon Glass or Valyrian Steel. Isn't that what they said behind the scenes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
they said it was
I think
up
that's
to us to figure it out.
yeah, it's up to the viewers. Yeah, if it's Dragon Glass or if yeah.
That's
It's
literally
both.
what he said. I don't know if I like that because I don't feel like we got the clues to figure
Yeah.
out what it was. Like at least give us the clues in the show to figure it out, and then
Mhm.
say go figure it
Well,
out. Or maybe there is. Maybe there is.
she did. What do you mean the clues? She killed him with a Valyrian steel dagger.
Yeah, but he was saying like, what was it, the Valyrian Steel or the Dragon Glass?
Yeah, as in like the Dragon Glass in his chest. Like, did she hit?
Okay. Oh, okay.
Did she hit the Valyrian Steel into his Dragon Glass? Because he got stabbed in the same spot
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they plunged the Children of the Forest plunged it into his chest. So I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And yeah, go ahead.
I don't got anything more to add on this.
No, me neither. All right. let's
Okay,
move it.
all right, move on. Same dude, Z Gendry or Gondry. He was asking, did Danny's other dragon die? And to answer that, nope. Rhaegal's alive. He was in the teaser too. It looked like one of his wings was a little cut up, so he took some damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's got 2 dragons going ahead.
That's
All
key.
right.
That's very important.
It's going to be very important for sure. Next question, at Tristan Meyer 9. Okay, so this one is, where did Arya come flying in from, and how did the White Walkers not see her? Do you think Arya took the face of a White Walker, and specifically the one that moved a little before the Night King walked up to Bran?
Can I talk about
Yeah.
it? Or
Yep.
yeah, I don't think so. I think she's just really silent from her training with Syrio Forel for one.
Okay.
Because
So you don't think that she wore a White Walker face?
no, definitely not, because they
Yeah,
shatter
me
when they
neither.
die.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. That's not possible. They shatter. So no, I think it's from her training.
Yeah, and the White Walker's like hair like moved a little bit, like someone was like zipping past him.
Yeah, like she's
Mhm.
just
So it
running by
kinda
really fast.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like she was just being swift.
Yeah, she's quick. I mean, in the behind the scenes thing, it gives you a nice look that she probably snuck up, but then ran up on him, and jumped, tried
Dude,
to
she's
go
got
for him.
MJ hops. Holy shit. She's got insane bunnies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to defend it, like we've seen how sneaky the faceless men are, so I think it's
Yeah.
totally plausible what happened. Like I had no problem with that part.
Yeah.
I also think that the Night King, and I think they just kind of had their guard down a little bit, just because they thought the fight was over at this point. He's walking through the castle, he thinks he's won for sure. Didn't expect Arya to come flying in. I mean, for me too, I kind of forgot about her. I knew she was onto something, but I forgot about it just with everything else was going on in the episode.
Oh
So-
man, I don't know. If I was in his position, I would just never do that. I would never even expose myself 1 second. I would never go out. I would stay behind a huge army like 24/7, unless I was using the dragon. But
All right, Ross, Knights Forth.
Okay.
all right. I'm sorry. I had to say that. I had to say it.
At Banks _210 and at _Randa _22. Were you
Jesus.
disappointed? Is a combo. Were you disappointed with the Night King's death? Okay, I guess you answered that, Ross.
Yeah. So
And
you guys go for it.
that he didn't get to show his full power. I thought his death was too anticlimactic, in my opinion. Luke, you go first.
I thought he showed a lot of his powers. He brought in a full storm. He resurrected the dead again. He broke through Winterfell's wall. Like that's a lot. Like damn. Like he was showing out for the set on that one. I didn't think it was anticlimactic at all. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ross, did you think it was anticlimactic? Because like I was
Oh
just,
no.
I was so jazzed when it happened.
I was on the edge of my seat for sure. I thought the death was cool. I just didn't think him being there in the first place was very smart at all.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
yeah. I
Like
mean,
the
for
death
me,
scene itself, I was hyped. I was like,
Yeah.
"Let's go, Arya!" It was so sick, so sick. Go
yeah,
ahead, Zach.
it wasn't. I wasn't disappointed at all with it. I thought it was. I was down with it. I mean, like I said, I completely forgot even about Arya at this moment. Well, I mean, it was just in the back. It wasn't in the front of my mind.
Yeah,
I was just so focused on John because I was like, dude, there's no way John's fucking getting there. He's dealing with the dragon. He's like standing up in front of a white dragon. Like I don't know what he was doing.
he's just screaming at it.
Yeah, and then like I don't know where do you think it's gonna go after this if he just kills everyone? We're just gonna watch him go down and murk Cersei. And they have 3 episodes. It just for me it didn't make sense if I would
Well,
be
like
rooting for the Night King.
like I said, I thought maybe they would lose, but a few of them would retreat. But
Yeah, I
that
just
didn't happen.
even at that point in that battle, I didn't think that there was any way that they were going to be able to retreat. Maybe Daenerys could have got away.
Yeah,
I thought we were gonna have to root for Cersei. No lie, I would have rooted for Cersei.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be all Night King train.
Bro,
oh, Night
fuck
King
you,
all
I'm
the
on
way.
Team Human.
Fuck Cersei.
I'm on Team Human, man.
Okay, next question. At Kareem Duwadi, what was your guys' immediate reaction when Arya jumped to the Night King, or when she killed the Night King?
Butthole clenched. That was
Yeah.
my first.
I was hyped. I was screaming. My dog was freaking out.
Bro, when he grabbed the fucking arm, I was like, "Fuck!" And
Yeah.
then she dropped it, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh, I know when she did that shit. I was like, oh, that move she did on Brienne.
Brienne.
yeah,
That was sweet.
dirty."
I was with
classic.
it. Legendary kill.
Yeah, dude, she's proven.
Yeah, that's GOAT
She's
status.
yeah.
She's proven.
Number 1 in Westeros.
At L Tiger Gooner, is this the end of the Azor Ahai prophecy? Ross, you go first on this one.
Do you want me to just explain the Azor Ahai prophecy?
Yeah, explain Azor Ahai, or aka the prince that was promised.
Yeah. Okay, so Azor Ahai was the first person that stopped the Night King or the others when they came 10,000 years ago and during the first long night. And basically, the prophecy is the person that will be reborn as Azor Ahai for the next long night, which was this one. And Melisandre thought it was Stannis at one point, and then she thought it was Jon and Daenerys. She kind of thought it was both of them, maybe. And yeah, it seems like it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah. My take on it is that prophecies don't necessarily always work out the way we think we're gonna. With that one, it was, oh, you need to plunge it in with the Lightbringer. It's basically you plunging this sword into someone you love, and it comes out of the Lightbringer, and that's the thing that can beat the Night King. But obviously, there was other ways to beat him.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, yeah, Melisandre, she's definitely been wrong about this theory a few times.
Oh yeah.
And it could be it doesn't exist anymore. It could be still it's got to happen. My other thing is that like her prophecy for Arya could just be something completely different, a different type of prophecy. But I
Oh,
think
the
that
eyes or
I don't know. I just maybe a new one. But I also was gonna say I think that Beric dying for her is a good sign because that's what his whole goal was.
yeah.
That was a good sign that this was Azor Ahai.
She still has to kill Cersei though.
Yeah, true. And yeah, she does have to kill Cersei. And I thought it was interesting though, just the whole show has been alluding to Jon and Daenerys with all these signs, and then it ended up being Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the prophecy also said, like you were saying, Luke or Ross, with green eyes. So you think it's Cersei that she still has to kill?
Oh, the Melisandre prophecy.
Yeah, with the eyes.
Who else has green eyes? And that especially who else has green eyes that's on her list? I don't think anyone
Littlefinger.
but Cersei.
Littlefinger,
Littlefinger
he had
is
like
iced.
he had gray blue eyes, I think, and yeah, he's already iced.
Yeah.
The only other person like I can really think of that has green eyes would be what, Daenerys?
Does she have? She's supposed to
Bro.
have violet eyes, but does she have green eyes
Yeah,
in the show?
I think she has green eyes. Yeah, she's supposed to have purple eyes.
Interesting.
But yeah, there's that. I mean,
Shit. Okay.
throwing that out there.
I mean, she's changed her list before, so
Yeah, she has changed her list, and who knows? I mean, we don't really know what could happen in the next 3 episodes. Maybe I think
yeah,
it's Cersei though. I think that's the clear
I
choice of
agree.
it.
I agree.
Next question. At Skates for Clout.
That's
How
amazing.
yeah, how are they going to fight Cersei now that they lost like all of their army to the dead? What's left? Luke.
They got 2 dragons, and they obviously got some ships from the preview. From the previews, they got maybe Yara sails over with a gang of whatever Ironborns left to help garrison them out. So something with ships. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You know, she's still got people forget she still has the Iron Islands supporting her.
Yeah.
Also, maybe if she really needs it, she can call up Dario out in Essos, bring in some
Yeah,
extra
that could be
troops.
That's true.
little last ditch effort if she needs it.
Last hurrah, yeah. And
Well, I was
just to-
thinking. Oh wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna yeah. My last thing was just yeah. She's got 2 dragons. It only took Aegon the Conqueror when he came over and took over. All he had was 3 dragons in a small. Not all he had, but he had 3 dragons in a small army. So the dragons are huge.
That's
Yeah, but the one dragon he had wasn't as huge, like just the biggest dragon ever.
I don't think Balerion was that. He
He
was pretty
That's the
big.
name of it. Sorry,
Balerion
it was like
huge.
it was like the biggest dragon ever, like seen or something.
Yeah, and
Oh,
he wasn't
for
even
sure.
at his biggest yet either.
No,
Still
you could
grew.
have kept going, dude.
Yeah. So can these dragons get bigger?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
never stopped growing. I don't
Okay.
think.
Fuck me up.
Unless they
Alright,
get like
great.
aged, that's the only way. But they will keep growing forever. But anyways, what I was gonna say was, since she has those 2 dragons, she could just go conquer Westeros the same way that Aegon did, just by going from like stronghold to stronghold and making people join his cause. So Daenerys could go to the Riverlands maybe first and get Edmure Tully's help. Plus, because Sansa and Jon and all of them know Edmure, and they could get
True.
his army, and then they could get other armies from like whatever's left at the Vale, whatever. Oh no, Westerlands doesn't have any armies either. That's it, I think. But
Just
yeah,
maybe whoever in the north, like to the west more, that didn't get
yeah,
wiped out by the Night King. There's still some north up there. North
like the
troops.
Reeds maybe.
Mm-hmm. Or those people. Yeah, the people who bailed on him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, maybe Nymeria and the Wolves.
maybe
Uh,
yeah.
I don't know
Nymeria
how
could
they're
come
gonna
back into this.
come back in. We'll see though.
Yeah. All right. Next question. At Haley_Nicole. When is Braun going to come back? If/when he does, do you think he will try to kill Jaime and Tyrion, or do you think his loyalty to them is above his need for a castle?
What you guys
Ross.
think? Oh shit. Okay. I think I did predict I thought he said he was either gonna come back at the end of this episode or at the beginning of next episode, so I think he'll come back. At this point, I think he'll come back sometime next episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I
he's
don't
going to
know.
show up this episode.
Do you guys think he's gonna kill him? You think he'll do it?
I think just because, yeah, I mean, what Jerome Flynn has been he's been saying, you know, he's like, you may not like Bronn after this season, so
Yeah.
I could easily see him taking out like Tyrion.
One of them's dying.
Oh, shit.
So yeah,
Oh, I hope not.
we all think someone's dying.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do.
I feel like Tyrion will pay him double.
Yeah, or Tyrion will pay. Tyrion always
Maybe.
said he would outpay anyone. That's true
Yeah.
too.
I'm holding out for him.
At Anzo, so do you think the fight against Cersei will be the final storyline, or do you think there'll be another plot twist?
What do you guys think?
I mean, that's what it seems like, right? Cersei looks like she's a final baddie.
Yeah,
Unless I don't know, our Daenerys theory keeps going, but it seems like they kind of squash everything from the preview.
yeah.
Like they seem pretty happy, so
I
kinda
think
seems
if
like Cersei's the big baddie.
if that Daenerys angle was going to happen, it needs to happen like next episode. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't
Yeah.
see them going and fighting Cersei and then it happening after. There's only 3 episodes left.
I
And
feel
granted,
like at this point, like winning against an enemy that tough together kind of would like unite everyone.
yeah, I agree. I don't think Sansa's really going to be against Daenerys now. I mean, they won.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have won.
Without her at all. Wouldn't
Yeah.
even got close.
Yeah.
Would have got wiped.
Yeah, so that's I agree with that. I see Cersei's being the end game also now at this point. Okay. At Fresno Tusac. Do you think we've seen the last of Eliara? Oh man, I don't know.
Alaria.
Alaria Sand. Damn, I
You always
bush.
fuck it up.
Alaria
It's all good.
Sand. Do you think we've seen the last of her?
She hasn't been confirmed killed yet, so but they could just
Yeah.
forget about her. They've done that to characters
She's-
before.
She's rotting away in a dungeon, like she's gone.
Yeah, I think she's out too. I mean, she watched her daughter die in front of her, and then I'm pretty sure she was just gonna leave her to
Maybe
rot down there.
Maybe she'll have a little Theon transformation. She'll become like Reek.
No.
Reek
Maybe,
mode.
Like
Probably
yeah.
not. Not enough time for that.
Reek 2.0. I don't know.
At Alan 8 Smith, can you touch up on Amelia's acting this season? I think it's been top notch.
I agree.
I 100% agree with that too. I think
Really
especially
good.
when Jorah died, I thought that was really good, and I think she just had conveyed really well how alone she kind of was with Winterfell with all the Starks and just how everyone was kind of against her, even though she came up there for them.
Yeah. She almost made us kind of get pissed at her. We're like,
Yeah.
bitch.
But yeah, I mean,
She
it's just
keeps
if you
getting
look,
angry.
yeah, if
every
you just
turn.
look at it from her angle, you know, she was alone.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, looking back at it like that, yeah, you do kind of get why she was a little defensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At 2 Shaolin, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember this tweet when Lord Baelish returns in episode 5 or 6.
Get the out of here.
He's not.
Hey, go fuck yourself, buddy.
He's out, man. We should never talked about that theory. We got all these people.
Yeah, why'd you give him airtime, bro?
Thought it was funny, man. All right. Okay, next session. That's it for fan questions. If you want to submit a fan question too, you can always just DM us at Thrones Facts at Not a Movie Pod, or just anytime we'll tweet out when we're going to take questions. Don't just tweet it at us because there's a lot of mentions. We don't really look through all those. Definitely DM it. Okay, so now we gotta check. We're gonna talk about just the stuff that everyone complained about. And surprisingly, when I was looking into this, I didn't realize until I messaged you guys earlier that this was the lowest, as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes. This was the lowest ranked episode since season 5, with like the Sand Snake storyline / when like Ramsay took advantage of Sansa and Theon had to watch. This was the lowest. It was at 74%, which is still pretty high. Like 74 is still pretty high, but like Game of Thrones standard, I want to say the last 3 seasons combined, really, it's been about 90%.
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to especially read one of them that I thought was comical. But so this person, Jiva Lang, she said what was wrong with her for the episode. She said killing off the major villain without ever telling us his motivation seems like a turning point for a TV series that's more confused than ever about what it's trying to say.
Jesus.
I mean, like, for me, it's like, girl, do you watch the show? Like, they've said 3 or 4 times what his motive is. You know, he wanted
Yeah.
to kill Bran. Like, that's what he's been out to do. He wants to kill the three-eyed raven. He's been doing it. He's been trying to do that forever.
Yeah.
So
Bring the long night forever. Yeah.
I don't understand how that goes over someone's head. And there was like a bunch of reviews like that. And then just some of the other reviews, I don't know, there wasn't really great reasoning. One was
Literally
definitely go Ross.
Literally one episode ago, they were talking about what the Night King's motives were, and Bran was laying it out for everyone. So I don't get that. Like, did you watch even this season?
Yeah, like they clearly gave it that episode. Like they've said in the past that the Children of the Forest made him to kill all humanity. He didn't need it. That was his motive. It's been there forever.
That's what I don't
Yeah.
like about reviews is that like they don't even like give it reasons as to why they like rated it like that. I mean, they say a little
yeah.
stupid ass blurb like that.
Depending on the
And
review.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
But for the most part,
I saw a lot of that, and then I saw a lot of complaints. A lot of the reviews were saying, "Oh, it was too dark." For me, it's just like I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was that dark. Like I think if you've been watching the seasons, like each season progressively gets a little darker.
Yeah.
The crew has said that they do this on purpose to make it feel more natural. You're in the middle of winter, so it's not going to be as light as much because you're not going to have the windows open. You know, it's cold, so that's what they're saying. All the windows are closed. That's why it's so dark in the corridors and in the buildings.
That filter too, that winter filter that they just are using more
They
heavily.
got that blue filter that they always put on it.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know, and it's just like you can always just turn the brightness up a little bit. Like that's what I did, and I thought it was fine.
Oh, it's so much better. I turned mine up to like 85, and I'm watching it right now.
Yeah,
it looks just fine.
And you can like see the arm, like see how many just army of the dead, like how much dudes they have coming in.
An insane amount.
Yeah, so I mean that complaint, it's been dark for a while now. It's been darker, so I don't know. I thought that complaint just a little weak.
Yeah.
This one says Night King's death was weak writing. This was a follower. I forgot to write down his handle. So Night King's death was weak writing, or it should have been Jon Snow to kill him since it's been teased since Hardhome. Thoughts on that?
Well, didn't D&D say that they've known it was going to be Arya for like 3 years now?
Yeah. Like
they've known it since season 6. Like, how's that weak writing? They pretty much set it up for her.
Well, yeah, I mean, just because they knew that doesn't mean it's not weak writing though. But I don't feel like it was weak writing. I agree.
What do you mean? Like, I don't know.
Like just because you know something just because you know something in advance doesn't automatically make it good, is what I was saying.
But did we all know? We didn't know that
none of us knew. Yeah, none of us really seen that coming.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm not saying his death was weak writing. Or
I'm saying
you don't
agree with that.
The person that killed him wasn't weak writing, I don't think. No.
Okay.
I think the weak writing was him even just being there in the first place.
But we know that like that's what he's wanted to do, man. He wants to kill Bran.
So why wouldn't you just make one of your White Walker generals kill him?
Because he wanted to do it himself. Like that's his main motive.
That's what I'm saying.
Hasn't he came back like 10 times just to kill that guy?
That's what he's been trying to do. Is he tried to kill the other three-eyed raven himself personally too?
The Night King never came back.
He killed the previous three-eyed raven
in the first. Oh yeah.
When Hodor when he died.
Yeah, the Hodor thing. He killed in the tree.
He did it himself.
Yeah.
There was no one there though.
I mean, but there was no one there, dude. No one saw Arya coming.
Dude, they were all surrounded by whites.
Yeah.
White Walker generals were right there. Theon was dead.
Thought he was safe.
Okay, I don't agree that he shouldn't have done it that time, but it was definitely a better situation up north of the wall when there's like north of the wall, there's not a lot of people around, and there's only like 4 people in there, and 3 of them are cripples, and 1 is like an average warrior.
I don't even think that he was even worried. Like I thought it was a good situation for him there too. Like he knows that he's in there. All of the people surrounding him are dead. He surrounded Jon with a shit ton of dudes. The dragons are not even a factor at that moment.
Yeah,
his dragon is just destroying everything in there. Like there was no hope. It was literally like I thought the episode was gonna end with him killing him.
Well, apparently there was hope because they did win. So there's some.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is just like her training is next level. Like she trained under. She's a faceless man. It's just he's never dealt with anything like that. Probably even.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm just saying, just roll it over.
I mean,
And
like
don't-
you said, you liked her training. You said that
Yeah,
you
for
said
sure.
that yourself, that she'd
Yeah.
done that her whole life.
I'm
So
not
I don't.
arguing that it's her that killed him. I think that's cool. Like that is probably the best character to kill him because she has the best training and all of that. But I was just saying him going there in the first place. That's what I don't like.
Okay.
Not Arya killing him.
Even beyond the wall, he still failed though, right? Because he didn't kill the right three-eyed raven.
True.
Like Bran was still getting dragged away, so he was probably like, "This is it right here." Like,
Yeah. I mean, he even then he still failed, and so he thought he had it this time.
I don't get why does he have to kill Bran first though? Wouldn't it not matter if Bran's the last person or the first person he kills? I guess he could help strategize for people, but I mean, what do you guys think?
What did you just say there? Hold on. Say that again.
Oh, I was saying, why does he have to kill Bran first?
Kill Bran first?
Yeah, why does that matter?
Because he's right up there in the north already. You're talking about like instead of going to King's Landing or something different?
No, I'm saying like why does he have to specifically target out Bran?
like, well, like Sam was saying, Bran's the history of all the human race. If he kills Bran, then that's pretty much all of humanity being destroyed.
Yeah, that's
but
what we've been
like
talking about.
he's a cripple. Like he's gonna kill him eventually. Why does he have to focus on him?
Everyone was fucking dead, dude. Like everyone was pretty much dead. Everyone.
Not
It was basically a dub. It was almost a dub.
There's like at least 50 people still alive in that castle.
They were getting slaughtered.
Why not just wait? Why not just wait completely? Why
The
would you
Godswood
even
was
take that
completely
chance?
protected.
There was whites entirely surrounding the weirwood tree of the Godswood.
It wasn't completely protected. It was 99% protected.
Exactly. And Arya was the only one who could penetrate those defenses.
Yeah, she was the only one who could have done it. If Jon tried rolling in there, he would have died 2 seconds.
Okay, I get what you're saying. It was a pretty unlikely scenario, but I'm just saying I would have waited till it was 100% chance that nothing could kill me.
If you were the Night King, okay.
Yeah,
But you don't think it was weak writing?
Him being there a little bit, yeah. But
Oh.
I mean, we can have different opinions. It's fine.
Okay.
I think Arya killing him was not weak writing. I thought Arya killing him was so badass. I loved it.
Okay, Luke, what was yours? What was your take? I forgot.
No, it wasn't weak writing. It was great.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it was weak writing. I thought Arya deserved that. Like we said, she serves death, and with Game of Thrones, you never who it's gonna be. And I know I heard the blue-eyed thing earlier when they were talking about that, and the idea flashed in mind, but I forgot. Like I was saying, right then I didn't think that they were gonna win. That's what the showrunners were going for.
Yeah.
The Night King got cocky, I thought, and let his guard down, and it got him killed. End of that. That's my take.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Okay, next complaint. This was about Daenerys. And this tweet literally so this person tweeted, Emily Yoshida, she tweeted, people who did a better job than Daenerys tonight. First one is just Sansa. Can we just talk about this? Oh, also she said
yes.
Also she said
Gosh,
the
this
White
idiot.
Walker who ran after the book that Arya threw in the library. Like, girl, those are whites, man. There was no White Walker in there for one.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
just
know
that
the difference. She's irrelevant.
I get her point though. I get her point. What she's saying. I mean, I know that she's talking about a white, not a White Walker. It's all.
I know, but come on.
Would like if you know the show, you know the difference. That's absurd.
Like, don't put that take out there if you don't. Double check that.
This chick doesn't know the show at all.
Yeah,
that stupid ass.
But just the Sansa thing, she's dead serious with Sansa.
Yeah, take away her certification.
Wait, you want to read it? You want to read it so people know what we're talking about, Zach?
People who did a better job tonight than Daenerys. Sansa, Melisandre, or she said Melisande, the Night King.
No, she said Melisandre.
Okay, Melisandre. Yeah. Okay, and then Sleepy Time Nap Boy, Bran, the Wind, which was the Night King.
Yeah.
The White Walker who ran after the book that Arya threw in the library.
Was she talking about like the wind that blew out the fire arrows and shit?
I don't know.
I still don't get what she was saying. Daenerys was cashing checks and taking names.
She was wrecking fools.
She came in.
I don't get it. What a fool.
She never even picked up a sword before, and she was like killing
Yeah.
White Walkers like left and right.
Only
It was
time
sick.
she dropped the ball was when all the whites were attacking her and Drogon.
Dude, what? I know
Yeah.
that part that part did piss me off a little bit. I was just like, what are you doing? Fly away. What?
I know. I was like, go.
Get out of there, you know?
She's like looking back at him. I'm like, go.
Fuck
like,
out of there, bro.
She's like
Yeah.
casual, so casual about it.
That part.
Fly, you fools.
And then even after that, like, I was thinking what she should have just done was just run in the fire. What, she can't burn.
Yeah. That's
And then
about it.
Yeah.
Jorah could just defended himself and not have to deal with a liability.
I mean, she did help him a couple times.
She did help, yeah, but I mean, like, he was getting
Yeah.
sliced.
Oh my god! At one point,
Yeah.
she was like, Jorah was on his knees because he just got like cut on the side, and then a white was coming right at Daenerys. Daenerys grabbed Jorah's shoulder, pulled him towards her, and let the white stab him right in the chest. Like she pulled him in front of the attack.
Like, dude. So yeah, I mean, she should have just ran the fire, man. She'd been fine. But no, I didn't think that. I thought she did fine. Otherwise, she was roasting dudes. She slowed it down at least a little bit. There was just a lot of troops, man. There was like just no way that they were gonna stop all of those dudes from overrunning Winterfell.
Yeah.
There was
And
just
she
no
helped
way.
kill Viserion too.
I was just about to say.
Oh,
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Well,
her and John tag team Viserion.
Kind of
Yeah.
killed him. I mean, he still was like his neck. That dude's neck was like ripped open. And he was still breathing fire
Yeah.
out of it. I thought that was badass.
No, that was after he got
That was-
resurrected, though.
That was so sick. Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't quite
true.
finish him
He
off.
got reanimated.
Oh,
after
shit, yeah,
he
that's
raised
right.
everyone again.
Yeah. So they did kill him, but then he rose
he
his arms
just
again.
got brought back.
Yeah.
Didn't finish him
Okay.
off completely.
That's true. And then this was another complaint. Was just I saw this a lot, like in a lot of our responses, was people just saying all the plot armor.
Yeah.
Or Ross, you want to take on that?
Honestly, yeah. Looking like the scenes, those first scenes, I didn't think were too bad. The ones that we were talking about in our group message. I thought more it was after Jon entered the castle, entered Winterfell, and he like saw all of them fighting. I mean, I get it. They're like top tier warriors. They're the best of the best. But at some point, it
Except
doesn't
Sam.
matter. Yeah, except Sam. Sam 100% should have died.
Yeah. Sam
But-
should be dead.
Okay. Sam aside, just talking about the other characters, at some point it doesn't matter how good you are at fighting. Like sheer numbers is just gonna overwhelm you.
I saw a lot of people complain too about just how Grey Worm was at the front of the lines and then he wasn't. And I was trying to think. I figured he must have just got overran and then somehow like made it out of the back. I don't really know how else.
Well,
When they got swarmed right off the start, like I don't know if any of
Yeah.
I don't know if they were like necessarily swinging at those frontline people. They were just trying to like overrun all of them. So that was the
well,
only.
yeah.
There was just a lot of situations they were in that was like, all right, they're dead, and then they would just like randomly be alive. I don't know, or like the whites would just slow down. They would stop running. One thing that I noticed was when Jon Snow was trying to bum rush the Night King, and then he raised everyone up around him. Jon Snow shouldn't have survived that, honestly, because
Yeah.
it showed the shot.
I
of
thought
him-
he was dead too.
Yeah,
I did think he was dead. I was like, damn, John, is this where John dies? I thought it was over.
he
Well,
should have.
he's come back for a reason. We don't know what that is yet. And that I
That's
was going to
true.
actually ask you guys about that. What do you think?
true.
So I was thinking, obviously, Barrett got brought back to save Arya. This makes
Yeah.
me think that Jon is brought back to save someone, to sacrifice himself. Yeah, I was starting to think that a little bit. I don't
Maybe.
know what you guys think about that. Possibly.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, yeah,
don't
it's a
know.
possibility for sure, but I'm sure they get brought back for different reasons. It's possible.
Sacrifices himself for Daenerys, and then he dies. She is the last one to take the throne.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my thing with just them all being swarmed, I think they were literally all about to die right then, and then Arya came in with the buzzer beater.
Yeah, I
But-
mean,
They were being swarmed for a while though before Arya.
Daenerys did come in and blow some fire right next to Jon, and like kind of opened it up for him.
Yeah,
That's
but how
true, she
did
did do
I'm
that.
saying how did she even survive that? How did Jon survive that long? Even
Badass, man.
like how did
it wasn't
He-
too long. Like,
it was a good couple seconds for sure.
dude, he was just holding his sword like straight out in front of him and spinning it in circles. He was fine.
What?
All right.
Helicopter.
Say if they all come at you like 20 deep from every side, you can't do anything about that.
No, yeah. I was thinking that He was fucked.
He a little bit of plot armor right there. It's Jon Snow though, so
All right, I'm not. Yeah, I'm over that.
all
Okay,
right, let's move on.
so what do you guys think about how Theon went out?
You want to go for it, Luke? I mean, I think we all predicted that, right?
Yeah, you can go, Ross.
Yeah. That was definitely the one death that everyone, saw coming. I thought he went out like a badass. He was fighting so many whites. He took a lot of them out. And oh, dude, another thing I saw was he gives a speech to hold Winterfell, and he says, "We'll fight till the spears are in our gut." Well, he says like three things, but third thing he says is, "Spears will be in our guts," and then that's how he dies.
Oh, you're talking about like at the battle of when he took over Winterfell
Yeah, when he took it,
early in
and
the
he was
show.
like, he was rallying the Ironborn to hold it against the Boltons.
Yeah, and then they just
Hell
knock
yeah.
him out, give it
Yeah.
over. Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
it's
callback to
pretty
that scene.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, and I think he just kind of that's why he went full charge in. He just knew that he was done. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of wanted to sacrifice himself at that point because he's just like, I've done so much bad to these people. He just wanted to redeem. He was trying to be a hero, He was
yeah,
trying to redeem.
and just getting that recognition from Bran when he said you're a good man, like that just seemed like that was all he wanted to hear.
Yeah,
And he just goes,
And he was ready to die.
he was
and
ready,
ready to go out.
and just going back to he saved Bran in the past before. That was it was a good death for him.
Yeah, fitting.
yeah.
One last thing too, we got to go over what were we completely wrong about each of us. What was our worst cold take from last episode
All right, who wants to go first?
on the
Who wants
pod?
to get
I
self-roasted?
can
Okay,
I can go
all
first.
right,
I
go
guess.
Luke.
Freaking my number one on the list was Brianna Tarth, and she fucking was chilling. She was
Yeah.
fine. I mean, she was yelling out her like little grunts. I always think she's about to die when she lets one of those out.
She
But
got swarmed a couple times.
yeah, she got swarmed a couple times. She got saved a couple times, but she was fine.
She
I'll go.
beasted.
I had two big cold takes. First was when I said, "Yeah, Melisandre, she's not coming." Or I said she's in Volantis, so she's not gonna come.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you
And then
said
she just
that.
Oh,
she
that
strolled
was a
in.
good chance to highlight a hot take I had.
Yeah, and then you said she's coming in the back door. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, for
I was
real.
like, no fucking way. But
Oh my god.
so that, and then
Honestly,
I also said that I thought
Actually,
Arya
technically,
was.
she came in the front door.
She did.
True.
True. And then I said that Arya was gonna die. I really thought Arya was gonna die, and she ended up fucking saving everyone. So that is complete cold take.
Hey, that's not too bad though. Like some of those you were gonna get wrong in the predictions.
Yeah, in the end. What about you? What about you, Luke or Ross?
That was also one of my cold takes. I predicted Arya to die because I thought she was gonna get cocky maybe, and then her Instagram post and everything. But she could also die later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought she would die right here, but nope. She turned out to be the ultimate badass.
Yeah, and I wanted to actually touch on that too, just that because people were like, "Oh no, we didn't lose any Starks, we didn't lose any of Daenerys, we didn't lose any Targs, we didn't lose any Lannisters." But it's like we still have 3 episodes. There's still gonna be some deaths coming. Like some of these people who lived here, they're gonna make it through the Battle of Winterfell only to die within the next couple episodes.
And then my other cold take was I thought they were gonna lose, so that's a big time cold take.
Yeah, and they took the W.
I said okay. To clarify, I said I think they'll lose but retreat, and I hope that happens. But I was saying I didn't expect it to happen. I would be surprised if they lost, but it was my take. So yeah, it was a cold take. Cold take. That's all I'm gonna say.
We were all over the board. Whatever.
So what are we hyped about for the rest of the season going forward? Boys, what do we want?
Cocaine bowl.
Yep.
That's
Everyone.
We
wants that.
ready. And for those who don't know, this is just the Hound versus the Mountain. It's been teased all the way back since season 1. It was heavily teased at the Dragon Pit in season 7. On top of that, Rory McCann, and Thor, who plays the Mountain, both have said
Oh
that
my
they were training specifically for this fight, although that could just be teasing. But I definitely want that to happen.
That would be
Hype, let's do it. I'm with it.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, we love that.
I don't think I'm hyped for anything more than Clegane Bowl for the rest of the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Cersei get fried. That'd be really nice
Yeah.
and satisfying.
That would be the best. That would be
Those
the
two
best.
things, I think.
I just
Yeah.
feel like they built up the White Walkers so much over the seasons, and now they're just gone. And I don't know. They built up Cersei a lot too, but
Bro, they were gonna kill him one way or another.
This
Yeah.
show has always been about the throne, though. Who
I mean,
sits on the throne?
it's also been about White Walkers.
Good point, Zach. The show is called Game of Thrones for a reason. Like
Those are the
Yeah.
two
Gotta be
main
about the
things,
throne.
and they both
But
have been
also-
teased since the beginning.
Also, like, how many times up in Castle Black do they say, "Do you think those wars matter? Do you think it matters who sits on the throne and everything?" They always, you know how they always say that. They're always saying their war is more important, but that could be misdirection, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Red
I mean,
herring, I don't know.
they just had to beat him this one, or I don't know what the show would have ended with Night King winning. They didn't win here.
Probably.
All right, that's pretty much it. We have anything else that you boys want to go over? Last things.
I can't think of
Oh,
anything.
the Night King smiling at Danny, like that was like the only human thing we saw out of
Oh,
him.
I know.
Like
For real.
him getting pleasure from not dying. That was dope. I was like, oh fuck, I was tripping.
On my rewatch, I actually just remember this too. I didn't even think about this, but Melisandre, no matter what, she was gonna die because I didn't realize that at the end Davos pulls out his like knife, like he was gonna go kill her anyway. Going back to the whole Shireen thing.
He was straight up about to just go
Yeah.
assassinate her.
Yeah, if she didn't do that. So I thought that was on my second watch. Didn't catch that. Trying to think if there was anything else. Oh, I also did catch. We got a question about what happened to all the white giants because there was a few of them.
Yeah.
You do see Daenerys. If you rewatch and you turn your brightness up, you can see a part where she just completely roasts one. And I assume that probably happened somewhere out there too. That'd be an easy thing to say. Yeah, you got another one got roasted. So that covers the three white giants. Ross, any more other things before we close this out?
Oh, I was gonna say, did you want to talk about unicorns being in Winds of Winter?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you got it. Take it, Ross.
Yeah. So George R. R. Martin said that unicorns will be featured in Winds of Winter. So I'm thinking maybe they're gonna be riding unicorns.
I'm not sure.
Be killing unicorns.
The way their designs look really cool from just the artwork that I've seen. Like they don't look like unicorns, that you'd think standardly.
Yeah.
They just have the horn, and they look more. God, I don't really like deer-like, maybe even. But
yeah. What do you think they're gonna use unicorns for?
I don't know. Maybe it's just on an island. I think. Okay, so what isn't it in the books right now? It's teased that it's on an island of Skagos.
Skagos, up in the
Skagos?
northeast of
Yeah.
Westeros.
I want to say that in the books at this point, O'Shea, who's still alive, is taking Rick on.
Wait,
there.
Osha or
Osha, that's what
Yeah,
I meant.
okay.
Osha,
Gotcha.
she's taking Rick on, and Davos is sent to go get him. So I think that might be where they're going to introduce that at.
Yeah, in the books. Oh wait, I guess they do that in the show too, where they take him to the Umbers and then they capture him.
Yeah,
But in the
and
books, I don't think he's captured like that.
No. I think it's interesting though, just because it's like showing that he's going to keep introducing new stuff into his books and probably go a little differently.
Yeah.
Back to all that though, he has said that the endings will still be pretty much the same. They're just the details on the way will be a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else before I got to give so before we close this out, got to give a shout out. Like I said, the people who left us reviews last week. We got Z, and this is on iTunes. We got Z Gordy, at EJ the G, Kazito, Janie Reader, the Rhino 12, Gmont, Turner Hugh, Greg, Wade Fan, and this one too because I got in trouble at DFell08. Thank you all. She's like, "Oh, I don't get a shout out," and I was like, "All right."
Hey, Amanda shouted us out.
And Amanda, thanks, Amanda.
Shout out Amanda.
So, if you're listening and you enjoyed the pod, please go rate us on iTunes. If you're a Spotify listener or Stitcher, about to be on YouTube, right, Luke? We're gonna get on YouTube.
Oh, we getting on YouTube,
YouTube
baby.
this week.
We up in
If you want any of that,
YouTube will be live this week.
Just go, like grab like your girlfriend's phone, grab your mom's phone, grab your boy's phone, just search us up, Not Another Movie Pod on iTunes, give us a rating, help us out. Also leave your Twitter handle in the thing so we can properly give you a shout out, because I know some of the usernames are not the same.
Yeah.
And then lastly, follow us on Twitter at Not a Movie Pod if you don't already, at Thrones Facts, at Culture Crave. Those are our Game of Thrones ones. Reminder, we're going to do another episode this week. We're breaking down Avengers Endgame. We're excited for that one, right, boys?
Yeah, I need to go rewatch it again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it again tomorrow too.
How many times have you seen it already?
Oh my God,
Third time?
3?
3, baby.
Damn, son.
2 is good for me, man. It is a long movie.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah.
I'd watch it
I feel
again
like-
just for the damn. Can I say this?
Yeah, go
Never
for
mind. I was gonna say, well, I don't want to say it. People
What?
might not have listened. if you've
Oh,
seen it.
hey, spoiler alert right now.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh,
Forget
God.
it.
Oh, whatever.
We'll talk about it later.
Whatever, dude.
All right, boys. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, we
Yeah.
out.
Peace.
it. Later.
We didn't even mention
Dude.
Pod the Rod this episode.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, you
Pod
actually
the
see
Rod
him biting,
survived,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
You had to say that. Fuck, you should have said that when you get that
Pod the
trending.
Rod for Iron Throne.
Rod.
Pod the Rod.
He's gonna Cersei's gonna see him when he gets there, and like, fuck Euron. This dude's in town.
Dude, for
Fucking
real.
pod. Dude, that dude has a donger.
He's a legend, man. He survived. I can't believe it.